Jai Hind students. Today we will discuss about the division of integers. We have two positive integers 3 and 5 and the multiplication of 3 and 5 gives 15. What if I write 3 into something and nothing is written here is equal to 15 is equal to 15. How will you get your answer? Then in that case you will divide this 15 by 3 and you will get your answer. Same, if you multiply minus 2 and 3 your result is 6 but with negative sign. Negative sign is here, this is minus 6. So we can say that here to obtain this number, if I eliminate this minus 2 is here and multiply this 3, nothing is here, if is equal to minus 6. And if you have to get the number what should be written here so that multiplication of these two numbers is minus 6, you have to divide this minus 6 by minus 2 and check. In that case your result will be what? This is minus 6 and divided by minus 2 and you know that result is 3. So you can observe this property of multiplication and division of integers from multiplication session, and now we will discuss about the conclusion, what actually happened when we divide two positive integers. Our answer, our question is ever positive, you know that. And when we divide a negative integer by a negative integer, our result is again, you can see that is positive. When we divide a positive integer by a negative integer or a negative integer by a positive integer, in both cases our answer is negative. So this is the thing that we want to discuss, and then in this exercise we are going to see some results of this property. See, if we multiply 1 and minus 2, we have the result minus 2. Okay, so if you divide this minus 2 by 1, you will get minus 2 because that will be the quotient. So these are the results. Keep this thing in your mind, just try to inculcate right now and do note it somewhere. Here something is written and you have to keep your attention here. When positive a plus a is divided by minus b, negative integer, that is a and b are integers here. When positive integer is divided by negative integer, and for the same integers, when negative integer is divided by positive integer, in both the cases result is same. Means if you divide 2 by minus 3 or you divide minus 2 by 3, in both the cases result is same. What is the result? Minus 2 upon 3, and here it is minus 2 upon 3. Here any integer divided by 0 is meaningless. If you write here 5 upon 0, it means the value of whole is 0. And how can you select this 5 from 0? This is impossible. So any integer divided by 0 is meaningless, and 0 divided by an integer other than 0 is equal to 0. Means when you divide 0 by 5, means there is a fraction in which you have to select 0 parts out of 5. It means the value of this fraction is nothing because you selected 0 part as 0 means 0. So you can write when a is divided by 0, that is not defined, but when 0 is divided by a means any integer other than 0. In that case 0 is 0. And these are the properties. You have to write this or mark in your copy, in your book. When a is divided by 1, answer is 1, and plus a is divided by minus 1, this time answer is minus 1. We have our exercise 1.1 here. In question first, we have to evaluate each of the following, and this is your classwork. Here minus 30 is divided by 10. What happened? A negative integer is divided by a positive integer. In this case, when minus 30 is divided by 10, or you can write it like this, no problem. Write it minus 30 divided by 10. So divide 30 by 10. Your result is 3. And keep the sign negative here. This is your answer. In part E, you can see that it is written 13 is divided by minus 2 and plus 1. There is a bracket you can see, and in this bracket 2 integers are written there. Minus 2 plus 1 means sum of minus 2 and plus 1 is minus 1. And this time when 13 is divided by minus 1, division of positive integer and negative integer is negative. So you can write when 13 is divided by 1, that is 13, but sign must be negative. Here you can see 0 is divided by minus 12, and you know what? When 0 is divided by any integer rather than 0, then answer is 0. And in this case you can see there are two different brackets and there is a sign of division. In that case, first solve the brackets separately. This is minus 6 and plus 5, and sum of minus 6 and plus 5 becomes, how do we do this? Subtract here. Subtract 5 from 6, that is 1, and keep the negative sign here because 6 is greater here. Minus 1 is divided by, here it is again minus 1, and minus 1 upon minus 1, division of two negative integer is positive. So right here 1 is divided by 1, and that will be positive. Here in this question, verify that a is divided by b plus c is not equal to a divided by b plus a divided by c, and for following values of integers a, b, c. These are the integers, and let's check this. First we will check for this thing. This is written as LHS, that is LLH, that is LH as left hand side. It is a is divided by b plus c. You can see that a is divided by b plus c. So value of a is 12 and divided by b plus c, that is minus 4 and plus 2. Value of c is 2. It is 12 and divided by sum of minus 4 and 2 is 2, but with negative sign. And you know what? 12 is divided by minus 2. This time this is a positive integer, this is a negative integer. So our answer is negative integer. 12 is divided by 2, that is 6, and this is minus 6. And check here RHS, which is written as a is divided by b plus a is divided by c. A is 12 and divided by minus 4 and plus a is 12 and divided by c is 2. Now solve the brackets separately. 12 is divided by minus 4, it is minus 3, and plus it is 6. This is our next step, and here sum of minus 3 plus 6 is plus 3. So in both the cases you can see your answers are different, so you can write yes, a is divided by b plus c is not equal to a is divided by b plus a is divided by c. In question number 5 you are given that the temperature of 12 noon was 10 degrees centigrade above 0. This is 0, and temperature was above 0, 10 degrees centigrade, means temperature is this. And when? At 12 noon. So if it decreases at the rate of 2 degrees centigrade per hour until midnight, at what time would the temperature be 8 degrees centigrade below 0? Means if in an hour temperature decrease 2 degrees centigrade in 1 hour. So what time it takes to reach 8 degrees centigrade below 0? And 8 degrees centigrade below 0 means here this minus 8, and what time it will take here. Now you can solve this question by this number line. This is 1 hour, this is 2, again 2 degrees centigrade, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, 6 hour, 7, 8 hour, and this 9 hour. It take 9 hour to reach here at this temperature, that is minus 8. And we have a dial of watch here. Now check this. At 12 o'clock at noon, the temperature is 10 degrees centigrade, and it takes 9 hours to reach minus 8 degrees centigrade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 means this is the time when it reaches here. So you can write here, it takes 9 hours to reach okay, just a minute, to reach at temperature minus 8 degree centigrade. And 9 hour means 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock in evening time. And second part of the question is that what would be the temperature at midnight? And at midnight here it is minus 8, and after 1 hour it is minus 10, and after 1 hour it is minus 12, and 1 more hour later it is minus 14. So you can write here, at midnight temperature would be minus 14 degree centigrade. In question number 6, it is given that in a class test, plus 3 marks are given for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer, and no marks not attempting any question. First part of the question is Radhika scored 20 marks. If she has got 12 correct answers, how many marks she has attempted incorrectly? So it is said that in this question, plus 3 marks are given for correct answer and minus 2 marks are given for incorrect answer. And it is said that C has got 12 correct answers and so marks awarded for these correct answers are total 12 questions, 12 answers are correct, and 3 marks for each question, that is 36. But his final marks are 20. This means you can see there is a difference between the marks, final marks, and the marks obtained by the correct answers. This is just because he attempt some wrong questions. Let's find how many marks are for his wrong answers. And you know what, minus 2 marks means this time here marking will be negative, and here rather adding positive integers you will add their negative integer. It means from total you are subtracting 2. So final marks are 120, final marks are 20. So marks of incorrect questions or incorrect answers are total marks that he got first, and final marks is equal to what? 16. It means he lost 16 marks just because it's wrong answers. And you know what, for one wrong answer there is the deduction of 2 marks. So total number of incorrect questions, total questions incorrect answer means incorrect will be 16, and you can see that minus 2 means it is here, minus 2 means a deduction of 2 marks. For one question we are deducting 2 marks. For 16 marks there were 8 questions which were wrong. 8 questions are wrong or incorrect. Here you must write answers. 8 answers are wrong. And we have second part of this question. Mohini scored minus 5 marks in test, and though she has got 7 correct answers, how many questions she has attempted incorrectly? So write here marks for correct answers there are 7 questions, and marks for 7 correct questions are 3 for each, so that is 21 marks. And it is said that finally she got minus 5 marks in test. She got minus 5 marks in test. It means she lost her 21 marks, and rather this 21 marks she lost 5 more marks. That is why she got minus 5 marks. So let's subtract these marks find the difference in marks and this time difference in marks is 21 minus minus 5, and that is what? 26. It means there are 26 marks she lost, and 2 marks for each incorrect answer. So for 26 marks, how many questions are there? 26 upon 2, and that is 13. So 13 answers are incorrect. We have our last question of this exercise. An elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 10 meter per minute. Then an elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 6 meter per minute. If the descent starts from 10 meter above the ground level, how long will it take to reach minus 350 meter? In this question you can say elevator descends at the rate of 6 meter per minute. It means it is coming down at the rate of 6 meter per minute. You can see if this is 0, this is 10 meter. The elevator has 10 meter height from the ground level. It is just 10 meter above the ground level, and it has to cover minus 350 distance, means 350 meter below the 0 point. It means total distance it has to cover, this 350 and this 10 becomes 360 meter. From here to here it covers 360 meter. Total depth that it has to cover is 350 and plus 10, and that is equal to 360 meter. Or if you are confused in this method, you can see there are two integers, and if you need to get the difference between them, and if you get the difference of these 2 points, this is 10 and this is minus 350, so 10 minus 350, that becomes 360. But if you understand this question on this number line, it will be very easy. So rate of elevator descending at the rate of 6 meter per minute, it means what time it will take to cover this distance, 360 minute. Time taken by elevator for 360 meter is equal to total distance, that is 360 meter, and speed of the elevator is 6 meter per minute. So you can see that it takes 60 minutes to reach at this level at minus 350 meter below the ground level, and this is your answer.